talk about Larry Nassar,
We have to.
which is that Nassar is the king example of a non-political case in which you really ask yourself, what the hell is the point of having these people with all of this power? And why are they never held to account? So let's put this up there on the screen. The very same day that they asked the Justice Department to look into Uvalde, the Justice Department, quietly, of course, not taking advantage of what exactly the media environment is, comes out and says they are standing by their decision not to charge the FBI agents who disregarded the gymnastics allegations by the Olympic team that allowed Larry Nassar not only to assault them continually, but to continue to assault dozens of new women. And I'll just remind everyone, you have here a case in which there were flags and interviews being done by FBI agents in 2015, who then did not record the case, did not do anything about it, did not enforce or investigate Larry Nassar until a newspaper brought to light the allegations against him 2 years later, then make up statements and record that past interview 2 years later. This is speaking here specifically about Michaela Maroney, who these FBI agents and who I'm talking about made up things that she said to try and cover their own ass, saying, no, we did an interview back in 2015. They didn't even record it until after it all came out. Publicly, we know that one of the agents himself was trying to get a job with USA Gymnastics and that he was in collusion, effectively, with the head of that program in order to try and to cover up what was happening here. I mean, it boggles the mind when we're talking about hundreds of little children. You know, there's a common theme. Little children failed here by law enforcement that were basically shunted aside for the career ambitions of these two FBI agents in the Indianapolis field office. And the Justice Department has now had 3 times in order to make this right, that they've looked back. This was an additional external review of the case, and they say, well, under the current guidelines, we simply cannot prosecute these agents. I mean, he made false statements. There are people sitting in jail for doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And this agent is being let off the hook, having clearly violated the law. And worse, failed Michaela Maroney and Simone Biles. I mean, not just those are the household names, the hundreds of young girls who were molested and abused by this man. So I just think it's if you think there's accountability by these people, I don't know.
It is truly disgusting, and you make the correct point.
Yeah.
Because the Justice Department acknowledges that these agents lied. They say it looks like they made false statements, but we don't have enough evidence to bring criminal charges.